I'm watching the Masters, and I'm the guy who, when Tiger was there, I watched every year. I'm that guy. I got drug in by Tyler, Caleb. It didn't matter if he was at his best or he's going through some sort of weird affair with the Huddle House waitress, whatever the case may be. It didn't matter. And I'm sitting there watching, and I'm thinking, this is perfect because I got one kid who's gone back to college. I got another kid who's tired because he had to work in the morning. We had Easter. We had the family down, and they're all the heck out of here. And I'm thinking, I'm going to watch the Masters, and I'm going to watch this Rahm and Koepka guy go at it. And I'm not a golf guy, but this is awesome. And Brooks Koepka just decided that he was going to barf in his golf bag and completely melted down. I mean, melted down. And it was a weird meltdown. I want to tie this into the Vols, so hang tight with me. Hit the thumbs up button so we can get more people on board. He melted down in every facet. He didn't just miss putts. He didn't just drive the ball poorly. Caleb, I'm not sure if you're a golf guy, if you watched it, but he did a little of everything poorly. Nothing like where you would say, oh my gosh, he's the worst golfer ever. You would watch it and you're like, you're just giving away your opportunity to win and my opportunity to enjoy my Sunday evening. Okay. Thank you very much, Brooks Koepka. Take your lib money. Get the heck out of here.
Blood money.
What's that?
Blood money, you mean? Sorry.
Yes. Blood, live, live, love. Yes. Blood money.
Country that did 9/11 and you're going to take money from them. Sorry.
Yes. No. Brother, you want to get me started on that? You can get me started on that. We're on the same page on that one. So today's tough question is brought to you by our friends at Craft Treats. I'll tell you more about them. What's the greatest ball meltdown you've ever seen?
Greatest ball meltdown.
And you can't say, I know where you're going. So neither of us, since I was there and it's the first place that most people will go, it's the 2001 SEC championship game, right?
I mean, that is the greatest, though. That is far none the greatest meltdown of all time.
Okay, but is the Columbia collapse last year a close second, or was that just so bad where you say that's an anomaly? Because Brooks Koepka just stumbled down the stretch like Tennessee did in 2001. It was like, okay, they can still do this. They can still pull this out. They can still make it close. Brooks Koepka can do this. He can make it close. Hell, he didn't even come close, Caleb. It was did you watch much of it? It was awful.
No, I didn't watch much of it.
It was awful. It was like the most pain. I'm like getting my wife, where she's been gone for a week. And, I'm like, this is a great time to spend. We'll eat the Easter leftovers. And Brooks Koepka just blanked the bed.
Okay, I got one for you. And it's the reverse. It's the reverse. All the hype in 1996. Tennessee's number 2. They're hosting Florida. This is the year they're going to beat Florida. There's all this hype behind it. And within 20 minutes, Florida's up 35-0. Yeah, that was a meltdown.
Okay, but that would have been melting down on Thursday if Koepka would have done that.
Okay, Tennessee the year before on Florida when they were in the swamp and they were up 30-14. And then Florida scores 41 unanswered points in the second half.
Okay, that's pretty good. The 2001 SEC championship game is hard to match because you just felt like even with 3 minutes left in the game, they could somehow stop a draw and make a play.
You were so sure they were going to win until LeBrandon Tofield scored that touchdown. Or not LeBrandon Tofield, excuse me. Who was it that scored the 4th and 1 goal? Because Tofield was hurt. Was it Justin Vincent that scored the touchdown on 4th and 1? Saban calls the timeout. You were so sure Henderson and Hainsworth, they're not going to let them get this 1 yard on 4th and goal from the 1. And by golly, they didn't let him get it.
I'll tell you one that felt like it was, and what do you guys think? Whoever gives me the best one, the most accurate, I'm going to hook you up with. You can either have a Craven Wings gift certificate or you can have a Hooker t-shirt, which the shelf life on those are running quickly low because we did it based off a guy named Hooker that played quarterback, not the guy that talks about the Hooker guy named quarterback. Cody says 2020 Texas A&M. Cody says 2012 Florida. Cody, are we talking about Tennessee games or what are we doing here?
So 2020 Texas A&M, I don't know what he means by that. Texas A&M dominated that game. Now, I would say it may have been a meltdown because That was the day that the Tennessee cheating scandal broke with Eric
I have your
Gray.
winner. I have your winner.
What is it?
And I'm very proud of myself. It's the 2000 LSU game.
The 2000. That wasn't a meltdown, though. Tennessee fought back in that game.
Okay, but here's the thing. So did Brooks Koepka. If you watched it, he fought back to no avail. Okay, I mean, he tried. And then at the end, it was just his pure buffoonery of sending 18 defensive tackles onto the field that lost him the game.
Oh, that's 2010 LSU, you mean?
Oh, what? Oh, I said 2000. Sorry, 2010.
2000 was the one where AJ Suggs fought back against Rohan Davey. Remember that? And
yes.
It was the week after LSU lost to UAB.
That's right. That was Nick Saban's first big win. Congratulations, Vols.
Yeah.
So 2010. Because that felt like, if you go through that game, you felt like Tennessee was as good or better of an opponent, and it felt like that all day yesterday. That it was a matter of time. I mean, Rahm wanted to give the thing away. Cody says 2020 was wrong. My bad. So Cody is going with 2012, Florida, 2016, Texas. Travis says it's the 96 Nebraska game. Yeah, that was just an all-out thumping.
That wasn't a meltdown. That was John Chavis was a deer in headlights trying to learn how to defend the triple option.
Well, and that was a better, more physical team. I mean, let's be honest.
But Tennessee had more NFL talent on the defensive line than Nebraska had on the offensive line that year. John Chavis just had no idea how to stop the option schematically. I put that solely on John Chavis because they lost to Nebraska twice. Then they lost to Kansas State in the Cotton Bowl. And Dave, let's just be honest. It became very clear John Chavis just never knew anything about how to stop the triple option.
True. Okay, so the worst meltdown then, if again an opponent was worthy. See, that's why David says put 2023 South Carolina. I don't put them in there because I don't think they were worthy. I think that's more,
it wasn't a
I think that's
meltdown.
more what you did than what they did.
I totally agree. It was more about what Tennessee, and it wasn't like Tennessee. You never really felt Tennessee was in that game. Honestly, you felt they could come back, but it's not like they ever fought back and tied it. No, South Carolina just controlled that game from start to finish because of Tennessee's inability to stop them defensively because of the.
And then you had the Hooker injury that if there were any chance that Tennessee was going to climb back in it, that was the end of it. And then you said what was the 2015 Florida game that brought up?
Oh yeah, Rob Miller 2015 and 2017 Florida games. 2015, both of those. That was Butch Jones versus Jim McElwain, and like that's the Dumb and Dumber sequel. Okay, because 2015 Florida was the worst. Dave, I don't know if you remember this game. That's the one where Florida was down by 13 in the fourth quarter. Jim McElwain sends on the field goal unit. And Butch Jones doesn't have his field goal block team because he was shocked that he brought up the field goal unit. Butch Jones burns a timeout to get the field goal block team on, and then Jim McElwain decides to go for it and converts. Who cares if you don't have the field goal block team on? They're going to kick a field goal, and you're going to get the ball back still up 2 scores. Don't burn a timeout.
No, I'm with you. And as much fun as that discussion was, let's be honest, it's the 2001 SEC championship game, right?
Stands out above all. 2001.
I mean, because Tennessee was a better football team. Brooks Koepka is a better golfer than Jon Rahm.
Yes.
I mean, he at the end of their careers, I don't care if you're live or what, you will look at them and say Koepka's better. By the way, some guys living on that live money, Koepka looked a little chunky there. Looked like a lower, I don't know, body fat percentage.
Saudi Arabians like to give Americans
higher body fat percentage. He looked a little chunky. I'm just saying, when you pay people up front, you give them $200 million to be Brooks. Do you have the same desire as opposed to working hard to getting 200 and 250 million on the PGA Tour?